Guys, here's our 2009 Super Air Nautique 230 Team Edition in Vapor Blue and Silver Cloud, sitting with the 4-point split tower. The thing splits right in the middle in front of the tower speakers there. On the tower, we're going to have 4 Roswell horn driver speakers, a pair of rotating board racks, bimini top, and a tower mounted mirror. As you can see on the back here, we have a full C-deck kit on the platform, the steps, and the interior, along with a transom remote for the stereo. You'll see in the walkthrough video of the interior, we've also got a walkthrough filler cushion to turn that sun pad into one big cushion as well. Also on here, we're going to have some tinted windows up front. You'll see our docking lights up here in the bow as well. One thing I forgot to mention on the back, there are underwater lights. Can't really get a good shot of those during the day, but they are there. But overall, super clean boat. The exterior is nearly flawless, and the interior is in great shape as well. Stay tuned, we'll get you a look at that and some running footage as well, so check it out. Hey guys, out here in our 2009 Super Air Nautique 230 Team Edition in Masters Blue and Silver Cloud. Just wanted to give you guys a good look at the interior here, and as far as the condition goes and all the options on this thing. So starting on the back end of the boat, you're going to notice we got a full C-deck kit through here. So that's going to be the platform, steps, and all the way through the interior. Also on the back of the boat, we're going to have a stereo remote control on the transom. On this step here, we've got our pop-up ski pylon for those who still like to slalom ski. And on either side, you're going to have these storage hatches that flip up. And I'll flip one of these up here for you. That just goes down and communicates on through down to the main locker, which can also be accessed right here. Plumbed into the rear lockers here. We don't have the hard tanks, but we have 1,100-pound fly-high bags plumbed in. Along with that, you're going to have a belly tank with bow weight plumbed in as well. And on either side here, you're going to have some storage trays. Obviously, we've got the full cover under there, blue cover to go along and match the boat. And right here is our bow, or I'm sorry, not bow, but our walk-through filler cushion. And that simply flips right in like that. And there's magnets under that hatch in the back, so it just kind of sticks up underneath if you don't want that in the way. Otherwise, you have a nice C-deck walk into the boat. Step over that. Notice the same story on the step down into the boat. That piece actually could flip over and then turn it into like a normal seat cushion as well. Basically going to have your batteries in the corners here in the back. There is a table with the boat that mounts right here with the arm, but the table fits nicely under that storage area on the port side. I will note while we're back here, there are a few small vinyl splits in the boat that you'll see in the more trafficked areas. So you'll see a couple small splits here. They have been sealed like a vinyl sealant, so as to not make them any worse, but they are there. Did want to point those out. Before I jump all the way in, I want to show you the tower. Up top, we're going to have 4 Roswell horn driver speakers with down lighting on them. A pair of rotating board racks on the boat. And up top, we have a bimini top in blue as well, which actually folds forward, and then the canvas comes over the top here and mounts on these pins here, so you get pretty much full coverage on the main cabin of the boat. You'll see I've got the flip around seat in the way right now. That is removable, but that's great to have. Actually, should have had the lean back up, but it does have a back support. Just flips underneath there. That flips up so people can watch people ride, no problem. And then along with that, you're going to have your lean backs on either side, all the way on the edges of the boat. To go along with those 4 horn drivers, we do have a JL speaker system in here. So you're going to have 6 of those in total in the boat. Along with a subwoofer, which I will show you next, which is up underneath the glove box there. So there's your subwoofer and trash can up there, and all your amps. So it looks like there's 3 JL amps up in there. And then you've got your sub in its own vented box right there. Which can be, it looks like it's its own housing, so for whatever reason, if you wanted to take it out, it's pretty easy to remove. Pop the glove box open. So you can see you got your Clarion head unit in there for the stereo as well, along with a USB port and a 12-volt outlet. And your ski locker. Got the pulls for the boat cover there, and then you're going to see that bag we talked about. That's plumbed in. So this thing is fully dialed to have an awesome surf wave and an awesome wakeboard wave with that extra weight in it. This thing is optioned. Totally forgot to show you the engine. Come on back. Disconnect that for us. Get a hand under there. There's the R409 motor. Again, get a better look. It's really easy to get down into your storage areas with this engine hatch the way it is. You can see you can flip them up that way, or just open up the entire thing. But the ZR409 is going to have about 502 hours, so just a hair over 500 hours on it. Been serviced regularly. Passed our engine inspection. Obviously, we're out here with the engine running right now on the river. Stay tuned. Get some running footage of that for you guys. Shut those up for you. Okay. And I'll come back over to the dash here. As you can see, there's our hour meter over on the tachometer. Got our fuel gauge, oil pressure, speedo, engine temp, voltage, and our 0-off GPS feed control on here, which is great. Also along on this team edition is the keyless ignition. You got your 3 ballast controls here. So all the weight plumbed up in the front is all hooked into just these 3 simple buttons. You don't have to mess with extra pumps or anything. It's all dialed in and as it should be, controlled right from the dash. And then you got your start code for the ignition. There is a heater option on here. As you can see the outlet there. There's 2 of those that pop out, and then a defroster here. Along with that, you're gonna have your switch for underwater lighting, which I don't know if you'll be able to see that in our video, but it does have underwater lighting and docking lighting. One of the cool things as far as stereo goes, you're gonna have the Wet Sounds WS420 EQ underneath here on the right side to fine tune your stereo how you want it. All sorts of bass control, etc. on there, and that's right above your ballast gauges. Now these are not going to work as the hard tanks have been replaced with the bags aside from the belly tank, but there are bags on top of those. So basically you're just going to run your ballast until they start to overflow off the sides. This is gonna have a 16-person capacity as well, with your hydro gate to help shape the wave / flatten that thing out for skiing if you like to do that. A couple other points in the main cabin before I just hop up in front to show you. There is another split here on the seat base. Again, every split in here has been sealed, so they don't get any worse. But there is a small split there, which I believe is a pretty common thing on that one particular seat on this model here. So you're gonna have a split there. Anything else in the boat's gonna be pretty minor. That's probably the worst seat issue on the boat, which is not huge. I mean, it's only the size of my fingertip. But yeah, moving on up to the front here, you do have a folding air dam. It pops right in there on those cool days. It's great to have paired with that heater. And up in the front, again, you got your 2 JL speakers. There's a bow filler cushion. And I'll pop this open just so you guys can see down into the storage. It's got a little bit of storage up under here in the front. So, good spot for jackets and things. Pops right back in there. That pretty much covers it for our 2009 Super Air Nautique 230. Stay tuned, we're gonna get some running footage and get you guys some outside footage of the boat as well. So give us a buzz if you have any questions.
Alright, one of the cool things that this 230 has is 1,100 pound bags on the transom and then a plumb nose. And then he has also included a Mission Delta, and you can see it down there, right there. And this is set up right now for starboard. I'm gonna come over here, we're gonna get on plane. Preston's, we're in a little bit of the shallow water, but he's probably 6-7 feet, and we'll go from there. You're gonna have to excuse the tower right at this moment, and me driving with one hand, but all right, Preston. One person in the boat, hydrogate back, we're in about 7 feet of water, surf wave. The boat's dialed. All right, now Preston, he's unsuction cupped it. He just shut it down. This is how fast he's doing it. People are always asking how these things work. This is how it works. Those things are so strong you can even do them underwater. So now we're on starboard side. We're gonna have a port side, left foot forward wave, unless you surf backside. Sure. So now we're even off-weighted. Surf wave. Beautiful, look at that big green thing. One person in the boat, again, we're in like 6 feet of water. You can see the surf wave. It's really dialed in to have a good wave on it. All right, let's watch some running footage of it now. All right, kind of have some dreary light going on, but it's a good way to show off the docking lights of the 09 230. He's pulled a little bit out of the rear. 6 liter does a really good job in the boat. You can obviously tell that the steering cable's in good working order because he just made that tight turn in a fully weighted 230. He still has a lot left in those 1,100 pound bags in the rear. What an absolutely beautiful Super Air Nautique 230. Give us a ring. at N3 Boatworks so we can give you more details. 317-845-9253.